Last episode was absolutely intense with the tribunal, but it's all over and done now. As long as we're okay, that's all that matters. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to speak to everyone that I can to see if they've got anything new to say after the tribunal, and then we're going to head across and go to the island. We're going to get to a new place. I'm excited. Right, let's do it. Come on, Kim, mate. Me and you. Look at me, I'm Robocop. I am actually Robocop. Nice shooting, son. Or the Terminator. I don't know which one I prefer. I do like the Terminator. We'll have a word with God.
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? I cleaned it for you.
I did, thank you. Big improvement. You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you. Let's be fair. Defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. Yes. Yes, I did. I gave credit where credit is due, and that, sir, was a nice shot. I was watching until you hit him, crawled inside then, bullets started flying. Anyway, he clears his throat. He really wants you to realise that he was also on the balcony looking by. I know, I seen him, I spoke to him. In the danger zone, so to say. I wish you a quick recovery. Also, he raises his finger. You and your partner are staying here free now. The establishment supports cops. The stay is free. The drinks are not. He adds. Just felt I needed to specify that. Where did everyone go? Oh, you know, he looks around at the empty place. People don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. What happened to the man with the sunglasses? He shakes his head. I don't remember. Everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately, must be a fad. Okay, so I have to mention, when it happened, you were right out there on the balcony. Yeah, I was, yeah, he nods, trying to remain aloof. That's because I'm a badass. It really took courage, don't pick at him. Okay, yeah, I guess you are a badass. Yeah, I don't know. He feels the need to explain himself. Clients were panicking, and also, I guess I sort of found out that I don't give a shit if I die. Go on. Alright then, calm down, Billy Big Bollocks. He means it. He's just not boasting. It's something he discovered about himself, stepping on that balcony. Alright then, thank you. No problem. He looks around at the empty establishment. They'll come back. They always do. That's right. They always do. Oh yeah, he's still here. Why is this guy still here? Let's have a word with Titus. Seeing you approach, the bruised man raises his beer in welcome.
Crazy motherfucker. Didn't think you had that fury in you, but I guess I've misjudged a lot of people lately.
Oh, I'm fury. He lets out a whistle.
That was one hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. The fucks did not expect that.
He looks at you with unmistakable respect. Respect me.
I guess what I'm trying to say here is thank you for intervening, fellas. That was mighty brave of you.
His hand is covered in bruises and half plastered. Still, this hulking lump of a man is glad to be alive. This is big. As big of a thank you as Titus Hardy can muster under any circumstances. Shake it. No need to thank me. I superstarred the shit out of that. I'll shake it. No need to thank me. Just do my job. Well, cheers anyway, copper. He raises his whiskey bottle in salute. I'm sorry about the people you lost. His bruised face stiffens. Theo was old. I think he'd be pretty happy with the way he went. Never could imagine him withering away on a sick bed. But Angus, he gulps. He was just a stupid kid. Didn't realise the mess he'd gotten into. Trusted me. Still, the balls on that kid. Went down fighting for someone else's shit like a fat angry bear. Here it comes. The last one is the worst one. He only deals with it by drinking copious amounts of 8% beer. An honest tactic and effective. And Glenn was my friend. Best I ever had. I loved that crazy homo like my own brother. He takes a sip of his beer. We're all fucked without him. But what do you do? The job is shit. Hold on. What about that Shanky fella? The one that ran away, that's right. Dennis? You saw him run. He's a mean little shit and I never trusted him. He shakes his head. He better run real fast now, real fast. Titus makes no attempt to hide his disgust. Grief-stricken anger boils in him. They were good people. We are born into this world to die, it seems. Maybe there's redemption in that. At least it ends one day. Nah, they were good people, I'm sorry it went like that. Well, yeah. Memento mori, right? What does that mean? It means you might die tomorrow, so live every day like it's your last. Ain't that right, fellows? Absolutely. Today I'm gonna get drunk, eat good food, and bed a good looking gal. Yeah. Cause tomorrow a motor carriage might run me over. Or you might die of a heart failure, or syphilis. Hey, fuck you for ruining a beautiful idea. What's gonna happen to the Hardy Boys now? First, we're gonna find Dennis. I'm gonna find Dennis, he interjects. I'm gonna find him, and then I'm gonna kill him. The tone of the statement is so matter of fact, it's as though he were talking about picking up a morning newspaper on his daily walk around the block. Frontier justice, I like it. Your guy, your responsibility, do what you feel is right. Ooh, what should I say? Fuck it. Frontier justice. Your guy, your responsibility, do what you feel is right. The lieutenant shakes his head but doesn't say anything. Go ahead then. Maybe they'll only break his legs. He nods without really listening. We're hunting that rat down. Let it be known what happens to cowards. And then he thinks for a moment. I guess I'll take a close look at our union members. There's bound to be some ambitious fellows there who have nothing more than who'd love nothing more than advancing social democracy by busting some heads. Might even ask Tibbs if he's tired of replacing windows and maybe wants to have some fun with his brother. He pauses. Anyway, don't you worry. As long as Titus Hardy's standing, there will be Hardy Boys. What happened to Claster? Don't know, don't care. I'll be glad if I never see that fucking woman again. Even after all that, he's still bitter about her. Titus, after all that we've been through, level with me. You really liked her, didn't you? Nope. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. He nods and takes another sip of whiskey. Any ideas on what I should do now? Judging by the sight of you, he looks at your bandages. I'd suggest crawling into a bed with a bottle of whiskey in one hand and a big tit in the other. Yeah. Yeah. Go pay Monica a visit in Jamrock. She's got a knack for making men forget about their worries. Biggest pair of milkers in all of Revachol. I love a good pair of milkers. Hell, you both look like you could use some feminine company right now. Thank you for your advice, Eugene, and you too, Elaine. I do always appreciate a good use of the expression milkers. You're welcome, Binoclad. Titus's response is completely unironic. You're all right in my book. So long, fellows. Be good, so I don't have to come back here again. Take care, coppers, he says with a warm smile. You two look after yourselves now. Death's passed on you today, but men don't get that lucky twice. He nods to you and then to the lieutenant. Cop or loco? And then, normal cop, I guess. Good looking Jamrock. Scars make the best tattoos, they say. Thanks for getting involved, guys. Not a lot of cops would step in that line of fire, but you did. And if you ever feel like the uniform is holding you back, I've got a few vacancies. You'd make one Hardy Boy copper. And Titus Hardy himself would make a good officer. That man was born to lead. The RCM could really use a man like you, Titus. Think about it. I will, Coppo. That's a promise. He puts his can down. Now scoot, because the Hardy Boys got some morning and drinking to do. Take it easy on the drink. The danger has not passed. This town needs you on your feet. Good point, Binoclad. Hardy looks at his beer. We'll keep the volume under 12% tonight. Well, that's good. I like it how although all the shit we've been through, we have commandeered respect from everybody. Let's go. Oh, look at this. Well, what I was going to, before we interact with that, what I'm going to do is, I don't really think we need the gun anymore, do we? The fuck's this? Oh, it's a tape player. I was looking for my... Oh, why don't we equip the sword? Yes. I'm going to wear this sword because it, it impresses myself. Right, there we go. What's it say? Un jour, je serai de retour près de toi. Oh, wait there. Well, one thing I did forget to do this episode is I forgot to stop the volume from blowing our ears off. One day I will return to your side. The graffiti has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Skull. Looks like Cindy the Skull finally found the words for her masterpiece. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with its finger. It looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. I smell heavy fuel oil. And blood. Some of it is even yours. Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? Step back, Lieutenant. Set the graffiti on fire with a lit cigarette. Oh, let's do it, baby. Light it up. This is all me, baby. One day I will return to your side. The fuel oil catches fire immediately with an ominous hiss. A bright orange flash across the surface of the letters. Black smoke rises from the burning message. What if the words are not directed at the people of Martinez, or even the coalition aerostatics above the city? They're meant for something above even those. Disco Elysium. The lieutenant has taken a small step back. He looks at your face illuminated by the flames and nods silently. Then the fire falters. The flames warmed him too, not at all in a bad way. Let's go to that island. Let's, mate. Slowly the flames subside, the fuel burning out, the air still smells of mazout and springtime. Let's go. Well, actually, I want to have a word with we'll have a word with Kuno. I want to see what he's got to say. I wonder if he saw me destroy those people, the mercenaries. Bet you'll love that.
Everyone says you started crying in the middle of a firefight and then bled like a pig. I guess that was cool.
I suppose it would have been too much to ask to fucking have this guy show any respect, wouldn't it? Who's saying that, like? People, they say you kind of died for a moment. That you let your shit out already, but then came back. So I guess that's what's cool now. Just don't think because you got half your dick shot off and you're an invalid now, Kuno's going to treat you different. Kuno doesn't reward weakness, he says, looking at your pathetic limp. It's business as usual with Kuno. Kuno's cold like that. Feels good for some reason. Oh well. Watch out, pig. It's a dangerous world out there, but Kuno's got his eyes on you. What's that supposed to mean? Kuno starts doing the I got my eye on you gesture repeatedly. Who knows? What a little cocksucker. Tell you what, let's go and see Cindy the Skull. Ask her about her masterpiece that we just set on fire. But what's this? Man from Himdall and the Wildfire. Oh, she's gone. Oh, look, there's the trail of paint you can see. Oh well, that's a shame. She must have done one. See ya later. I want to go and see if the union workers are still there. Because it said everybody left, didn't it? Oh yeah, look. The racist lorry driver's not there. Everyone's gone but this guy. 3 T's. How idiomatic. The boyadero stares at you with respect, then gestures towards the trickles of blood adorning your clothes. Danger comes with the boyadero lifestyle, right? He shrugs. There are types of danger. The other one I'm usually concerned with is lung cancer or getting mauled by wildlife, not bullets. It calls back to an older era where this was commonplace, though. You have a true boyadero heart, right? So where is everyone? Hiding, gathering themselves. The harbour in full lockdown, friend. No getting in or out for the time being. You can't help me get inside. No man, not today. Today is war. He says it matter-of-factly, like it's no big deal. What's going to happen next? Time will tell, he shrugs. I'll tell Everett that you dropped by. I'm sure he'll be glad. He gives you a small wink. What will you be doing now? I'll be okay here. Doing lookout. He surveys the red flags draped from the harbour gates. Quite the sight, aren't they? Getting to like that red I am. Don't worry about me. I'll live to alleviate the worries of our brothers. See if any other insane killers turn up, then I'll run and live. Try not to get shot, eh? I'm sure I'll be luckier than your friend. His grin is as wide as desert. Well, good talking to you. See you later. Even Measurehead's gone. I'll speak to this guy.
Officer, care to play a game with a lonely old man?
The jolliness is gone from Gaston's face.
Actually, never mind. It wouldn't be the same.
Where's Renee? The prick is gone, he replies, trying to smile. I can barely believe it, but he's really gone. He's trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face. Gone where? Gaston sighs and mumbles, more to himself than you. Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt. What? Was he killed during the mercenary tribunal? Oh, he would have liked that. The old man slowly shakes his head. Violent lives ending violently. That's how he wanted to go. Sadly, it was not the case. How did he die? His angry little heart finally gave out, he sighs. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Look, a spelling error. Wait, did he push himself to prove he could pull his weight and doesn't need handouts? Guess he was about to head home, because when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the cockatoo uniform I saw him in all that time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Gaston smiles a sad smile. Now the joke's on him, because he's gonna be buried without it. Do you think our conversation about the job pushed him to go out there? No, he replies quickly. Renee was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable. He has doubts. But right now, another one. Right now he just wants to move on and not think about it. Was he really that bad? I repeat, an absolute cunt. He turns to look to the crater. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him was Jenny and me. He pauses. She saw something in him. We were just kids and... His voice trembles. And she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to. Did you love him? We've hated each other our entire lives, so much in fact that he falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears. Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. He wipes his eyes with his sleeve. You know what his last words to me were? Something mean. In Guillermo's time, you'd have been shot without a trial. That's what he said to me. The old man gathers himself and wipes his eyes again. He lived a cunt and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that. What happened to his medals? He looks at you for a moment and then speaks quietly. I took them for myself. Took them to remember that old cunt. Nobody knew him better than I did, and I want to remember that old cunt by something. Strange how old cunt sounds almost gentle when he says it now. Yeah, give something to remember a friend by. Oh, we can give him the photo, that's good. I'm going to do that. Let me see. Gaston takes the photo, hands trembling. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Renee looks so happy and Jenny, eyes blurry with tears. He has to stop. I'm sorry, officer. He dries his eyes. Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me. That was nice, the lieutenant smiles. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know Renee had this photo. I offer my sincere condolences. Yes, the lieutenant nods. We are both very sorry for your loss. It is what it is. Part of life, really, he mumbles. Only half listening to you. But to know someone for 79 years, and then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore, about anything really. He slowly shakes his head, then remembers your presence. But you must need something. Too bad Renee is gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells. The old man stares at the flower, then sighs and says, Renee wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like insulin and lilies. Of course he didn't. Flowers are for pansies. Stop wasting time with them. Wait, insulin and lilies? He replies with a slight nod. That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests and all that other stuff he loved so much. Why didn't he like them? There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communards. They called them the bells of revolution. A sad smile passes his face. I guess in the end, the insulin and lilies were just another piece of the old Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore. But you feel the dried flower in your hand somehow still does matter, although not to the sad old man. I want to go over a few more things about Renee. Nah, I think we're done. Bye for now, mate. Oh, well, that's a shame. At least he didn't die in the tribunal. Come on then. Oh, can we... I wonder if we can... We've got loads of money. Maybe we can buy some
You keep
stuff.
coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy.
Yeah. Save the economy? What are you talking about? I just didn't care. I just want to browse the box. You find your highlands deep and... Smells like cat piss. Oh, I must... Have I already got everything? I think I have.
The
haven't I?
shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Amphibian sportswear. Yeah, I think we've got everything. I'm not too bothered. Or should I buy the hat?
Wow.
What?
A cop limping down the street, bleeding from the shoulder, face bruised, looking like hell? You know what that is? Cool. That's cool.
I bet you it is cool. Tell you what.
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime.
I might as well buy
officer.
this.
100% guaranteed.
+1 perception. Leave for now. I'll have it. I suppose we could have bought the shoes, but I mean it's a bit too late now. I haven't got enough money. Yeah, I don't really. I mean, they're quite good, them shoes, but for €50, I didn't have. I want my money for other things. Can I buy the speakers? Doesn't anyone want those speakers? These speakers are Samoran garbage. I'm ashamed to even use them for props. Right, come on then. Well, it looks like we're headed to the boat. Let's go on a nice boat ride. There she is. Oh look, she's wearing a new jacket.
Officer, what happened? You're limping. Why are you limping? You look terrible.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee. I got shot in the foot. It was pretty badass. You would have liked it.
Is this from the shooting in town? Weird gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
There was an exchange of fire on the Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried about, madame.
You should see the other guys. 2 dead, 1 in the hospital.
So you're a killer. That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead.
That's right. I'm not a killer. I'm a cop.
Aye, I guess you are. I understand. That's how it goes.
I've got some questions for you.
Of course. Can I help you with something?
We need to get to that island. That won't be a problem. It's wind still, and the targe is dried. She points to her skiff next to the jetty. We got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. Can we borrow your boat? If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull. I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, her eyes narrow, and no joyriding either. Of course, Mom. It's only for a day or 2. Official police business. Aye, she nods. What if I want to rock? I'll just nod along attentively. The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes as she smiles at you. What's on the island? Nothing, just ruins. Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to bits in the landing. I haven't been there myself. I always stayed clear of it. Hasn't been there herself? Who has then? You said you haven't been there yourself, but who has if not you? My husband used to drink there. Him and his drinking buddies always seemed like a bad place to drink to me. People died there during the landing, you know. My mother told me. She looks around. The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do. On rafts. I tell them not to, but they bring back old bullet casings and such. Which kids? The twins. She points to the 2 kids playing on the concrete yard. God forbid they bring the girl along on some rickety barge. Can we maybe ask your twins about the place before we go? Would that be alright? Be my guest. She looks at the boys. They've a very strange way of talking. See if you can get anything useful out of them. I seldom do. Is there anything I should know about getting there? Well, most of it's sunken, underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there. Aye aye, Captain. Thank you. We'll use your skiff to get there then. She nods. Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? I just filled her up, but it's a small tank. Okay then. Right, let's have a word with these children. The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches them do it. Okay, kids, you've been to the island, right? On that island. The one who's busy kicking his stone points at the bay. Yes, that one. I need to know what's there. That's, nothing? The boy pauses to think with his finger in his mouth. It's just a sea fort and some plants. You can take a raft there, it's great. And, the other one butts in. We make a fire. We make a fire. His brother nods. Gather the sticks for the fire, and bullets. Or, not real bullets, empty bullets. What then? There are lights. The fire guy comes out and asks us to put the fire out. Your nerve endings sting from the mention of a guy. They must mean a human being on the island, but it's cut off. Someone lives on the island? No, the boy answers, shaking his head vehemently. His brother looks at him, then at you. Yes, he says. The lieutenant raises his eyebrows and whips out his notebook. Let's go with yes. Why is he the fire guy? Because, the boy pauses to think. Because he asks us to put the fire out, the other explains. Why does he ask you to put the fire out? I don't know. He doesn't like it. He doesn't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes, the other one adds, laconically, standing with his hands glued to the sides like a little tin soldier. You mentioned something about lights. One of them, it's hard to tell which one now, starts, I don't know. Did you mean that there are electrical lights? He points to the street light. Yes, the boy looks at his toes. Is there anything else you can tell me about this guy? Age? Does he live there? No, he doesn't live there, I don't think. No, he lives there, the other nods. He's been there twice, 2 times. Huh? The first one pauses to think, then comes to some kind of conclusion. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes. Anything else? What does this guy look like? I don't know, they say, almost in unison. How come? We ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Your father used to go to the island too, didn't he? Our father killed himself. Don't say that. He didn't. His brother punches him. The boy's eyes well up like he's about to start crying. I'm just going to say nothing. I'm sorry, the one says to the other, rubbing his brother's shoulder affectionately. Is that all you know? Is there anything more you can tell me about the island? The boy says, rubbing his eyes. It's clear that he has no intention of finishing the sentence. Lights? Fire guy? The lieutenant looks at you. We should check on the island. Okay then. Well, I think the time has come. Let's venture forth. Can I just get on the boat, can I? Ah, this one. A skiff with a small steering engine in the back floats on the calm mirror of the sea. Its 2 seats are empty. Once you get in, that's it. One pull of the starter handle and you're off into the bay. A strange trepidation comes over you. Are you sure you want to go now? Oh, wait there then. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your accounts? I'm pretty sure I have. Remember what the netpicker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this. Right, hold on then. I'm going to make a hard save. I'm pretty sure I've spoken to everyone that I need to speak to. Yeah, let's do it. You take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox. What? What? How else do we blast sad FM on our way to the island? You heard me. Don't make me repeat myself. I'm going to say that. Fine. He gives you resigned shrug. Let's blast sad FM then. Get in and right to the island. Oh no, wait there. Wait there. Let's see if there's actually... Oh, we can't. Doesn't matter. Oh, because what I was going to do is because I turned the music off early on the playthrough because I was getting hit with a lot of copyright strikes. There's probably going to be a tune here, but it's probably a good job that it's not playing because I don't want to get copyright striked. But yeah, I think this is the end game in it. The guy on the island, the fire guy, is definitely the killer. I'm dying to find out who it is. I wonder who it could be. It's definitely not Ruby. It still might be Class J, you know. But then again, no, it couldn't. Oh, I don't think it could be Class J. But it could be something to do with her. It might be the people that are after her. I don't know. I've got no idea. I've actually got no idea who it could be. It's like the calm before the storm in it. Oh, there's the church. Bloody hell. It's the slowest boat in the history of slow boats. What I am interested to see is how far away this island actually is. Because no, it can't be that far away if the kids get there on rafts. Because I bet you we could have swum there. Although it does look a bit cold. Probably would have suffered hypothermia or something. Go on, Kim. Put the pedal to the metal. Let's do it. Oh, can you hear that? It's like an ominous noise. Is that the pail? Oh, I wonder if that is the... Or maybe not, unless that's a reflection in the water. Oh, it is. It's like a bunker, isn't it? Done. The boat comes to a slow stop. Kim turns the engine off, then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails take off in the distance. Let's go, he whispers. Right, what have we got here? A makeshift bridge. The bombs were powerful enough to break the foundation. The rusted chain trails off into the ocean. The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast. Point to it. This leads to the depot on Land's End. The lieutenant looks at the mechanism overhead. Ah yes, so it seems. What do you think it was used for? For bringing munitions to the island maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chains. As a defensive measure, locking off that side of the bay. Locked from whom? From enemies. He looks up ahead. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe. Okay then. Oh, that's as far as we can go. Attention. Inflammable. Inflammable? Some fuel has leaked out of the barrel, black, viscous. There's a lingering trace of mazout in the air. The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch the still surface of the sea. What is that flutter? The flock of quail departs, now more than 100 meters away, 102, 105, underneath the flutter. On the islet, there's almost no wind, just the light movement of air through the reeds. Bulrushes swaying on the waterline, long dried leaves chafing against each other. The great ghost of the air is holding its breath. To the west, a silent hiss, sea air moving through the needles of a pine tree. To the east, the faraway roar of the city, distant like today's dream. Before it, the sound of sand, the low tide filtered through its grains, a bird tending to its feathers. Ahead, a low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow, a big building. Beyond that, further north, air flows out of a pillbox window. There's very little there. The air cossets flowers on the meadow. Absolute silence. Reeds motionless. Bulrushes motionless. Below the silence, Caldemama d'Aqua. We are way out now. Way out in the west. Kim? Yes? This is where a lesser man would stop to think about the pain shooting up his right leg and into his groin. Not you. You're concentrated on how. It's pretty silent on the island. It's really fucking silent on this island. It is. Is that why we're stopping? Wait, I have to listen to one more thing. No, that's it. Okay. The Caldemaqua bird. That's a phasmid. Not a phasmid. It is a phasmid? I think it is. It's a strange creature. The barrel says RCM. No way to get up there. The stairs are gone. Looks like we're headed inside. Oh, we're upstairs. Right, wait there. This was once an armament rest. Twin cannons were attached here. Medium distance, large caliber. Careful, these stairs have collapsed. Books, mostly fantastique and historical fiction. An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift, with makeshift electrical wiring running out of its side and across the floor. The cables disappear into the wall on your right. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth. It's cold now, he concludes, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Pour fuel into the tank. I'll not do that yet. Where do these wires lead? He looks at the wall socket downstairs somewhere. What kind of generator is this? Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. He points to the open fuel cap on the side of the dynamo. The kind that's favoured by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold. If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator. Tap on the side. A hollow ring. The canister is empty. Dust falls from the generator and down into the ammo lift. What does this mean, a generator here? I don't know. I'm not a philosopher. I meant, why is it here? Someone with basic electrical skills has restored it in order to keep the room warm. Maybe it's the fire guy. Okay then. I'm not going to do that yet before I explore. Dishes stained with sauce and fire. A survivor's kitchen. Fallen Arwa shirt. You see candles planted on a broken rangefinder. A moth-bitten bedsheet keeps the wind out. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of softcover books, white linen, and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracool blanket. Someone has been squatting here. He, Lieutenant, inspects the bed. The linen is fresh, recently washed. How recently? You force the rest of the sentence out through pain. Thick as molasses. no longer able to hear yourself speak. "You know, officer," he looks at you with a touch of concern. "You can rest here if you're feeling tired. I'll keep watch. You could use some rest for what's ahead." Right, I might do that to see if I can, like, refresh my stats. But wait there. Let me just... Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, that's okay by me. You don't have to be a hero. Let's just investigate first. Books and magazines lie scattered on the floor and on a makeshift cupboard. They're not particularly well organised. Sift through them. Most are soft covers, serialised fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This Disport digest includes the classic Animal Adventures. Among what is normally commercial fiction and serialised stories, you find the magazine Cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp, light erotica, an intentional thriller about circuit benders. Someone made themselves at home the Lieutenant Inspector's softcover. I've got no chance of doing that. Leave. Oh, a nice army surplus scarf. Right, what's down here? Magnesium. Money and magnesium. A great blast door must weigh over 10 tons. Rust peels off it. You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small. What's on the other side? Another part of the island, probably? The lieutenant looks into the keyhole. The lock looks like it could still be usable. How do we open this? Probably the generator. He looks at the door, then at the bigger brother, then at the lock. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open. He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs under the ceiling. It must control the blast door. You're right. We open the big one. Do you see the controls anywhere? I think there's a console just southeast, he shrugs. He shuffles his feet to stay warm. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan. Okay, right, well, before we do that, stick a save on the go. And let's have a rest. Take it, you don't look so good. I think I will, mate. Let's have a little sleep. And then, let's say, start working this generator. You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. You didn't realise how tired you were. Your body is still nowhere near healed. Curl up with your knees close to your chest. The blanket feels cold. The entire room does. Concrete and cold. Minutes pass. Half an hour maybe. The sound of the sea beyond grow distant. Your eyelids close until... You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mattress. Slowly, the world begins to hatch from the blackness. It's evening. Fucking hell, I must have really needed the sleep. Oh, look. This is strange. Where's Kim? Look, I can't interact with anything. I must be dreaming. The lieutenant is no longer here. Go outside to the beach. Outside of the beach? Thing is, I haven't been outside yet. Are these doors open now? Are we getting like a premonition? The door's still here, closed. Feels strange somehow. You can't get in. No. This way. Oh, so you see. Oh, look. When we came in down there and I could see this. The hell is that? Go down to the chain. There's something there. The chain. Aha, look, there it is. Walk into the water now. Walk into the water. You see her footprints on the water. Oh no. It's gonna be... Am I thinking about my girlfriend? Is my brain telling me to drown myself? Oh my god, I'm Jesus. I've become Jesus cop. Further. Dolores Dei? The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship bag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Okay, don't say you need to talk right away. Melt the ice first. This way you're already talking. Okay. But you don't even want to talk to her. She would only be cold and mean. Let her go. Oh, this is nice. Hey.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. How are you doing, Harry?
I'm dying in a ruined flak tower. Blood is dripping down my chest.
God, Harry.
She shakes her head, her eyebrows knitting together with worry.
You have to take care of yourself. You're not a young man anymore. If you keep going like this, you'll...
Desperation is gearing up. This is everything I always warned you about. Really. Something's off.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the aerodrome. I just don't have time to...
She stops mid-sentence, glances to her right, then looks at her bag. She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions. Where are you going?
I'm going to Morova. To live there. In Grad. It's 1 million kilometers away, Harry. Might as well be another lifetime.
What's in the bag?
Just my scepter. My globe crucigere. A spare silk gown. A toothbrush. Travel documents. The crown of immortality.
The crown of immortality? Aren't you already wearing one?
Oh, this?
She corrects the wreath on her forehead.
This is just a wreath. The crown of immortality is made of rarefied light, mana and raw palladium. It was passed on to me by the rulers of late antiquity.
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say, then over her shoulder. Silence. Her nuptial gown flows in the wind, wraps around her holy body.
Anyway.
You don't have time to tend to my emotions. She sighs and looks over her shoulder. What are you doing? Stop saying things like that. Your skin is holy and soft.
No, Harry. It's just regular skin. I'm not as beautiful as you always thought I was. Let's not get into.
I figured it out. This isn't Dolores Dei. That's my girlfriend or my ex-girlfriend. I bet you it is, because those words there are so fucking harsh. I'm not as beautiful as you always thought I was. It's like like if you're in a relationship and you've split up, maybe the relationship was one-sided. One person looked up to the other one so much more than the other one looked up to them. And like, you see them not for what they are, but for everything you want them to be. Like Harry's got in his mind how beautiful she is, but she's not. She's just a cunt. She's just another cunt. You are. None of the others are as beautiful as you. Yes, let's not. I'm sorry I said that. I'm not sorry I said that. I want to say this. You are. I'm going to double down on his feelings. None of the others are as beautiful as you. She does not answer. There's that expression again. Silence. A distant wind blows. You can't think of anything pretty to say. Can you stay for a moment? We need to talk. We need to have one more massive epic showdown.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome. I have tickets for the 10:20 flight to Morova. Really. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words has been played out. The atoms don't form us anymore. Us, our love, our unborn daughters.
Or unborn daughters? Really? Maybe. I wonder if the reason why my girlfriend left me was because I couldn't have children, or she couldn't have children. And that's what tore us apart. Maybe.
It's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you. And you have to be alone. In hell. Forever. That's just the way it is.
Oh well, thanks for putting it so bloody bluntly. Oh god. Whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try it now. I've got 97%, like. But that's not a very good way for things to be. It's not, but she looks at her feet. Little golden sandals cover her toes. But what? Tell me there's something good. I don't know why I said but. There's no but. That's it? That's it, yes. She looks up from her toes. We've talked about it a million times. You will get over it, just like I did. People do. Things will get good for you again. Where? In hell? Exactly. Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You'll never help with anything. I'm not getting over it at all. It just takes some time. For you, I think it will take something like 20 years maybe. It was hard for me too, you know. I used to think I couldn't live without you. She looks you straight in the eye. Her irises are light blue, flecked with green. But I can. Harsh. She keeps her shoulders squared and her back straight, but it's clear you're still making her sad. It's not. It's not. It's just not possible. It's like eating rocks. You just can't do it. So you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me. So you felt that way once, that you cannot live without me. Yes, but that time is gone now, so very gone. 20 years, that's so much time. Yes, it only took me 1 year, maybe 2. She smiles and wipes her brow in relief. Whoosh. Oh my god, this girl is brutal. It doesn't have to be like this. Maybe we could try again. Ooh, nah, I didn't really want to try again, like. Proceed. No, Harry, we can't. Why? We already tried again, and it didn't work. What went wrong when we tried again? I can do it better. I don't know. Please. She shuffles from one golden sandaled foot to the other. In the distance, a streetcar screeches. Why? Why can't we be together? Harry, we can't be together because you're insane. Her eyes turn to sorrowful ovals. She avoids turning them to you. I'm the sanest person I know. Sometimes you can be very safe, but they're turning moist now. She slowly shakes her head and tries to get hold of herself, brushing her hands in her gown. Oh, I'm going to capitalise. I want to capitalise on her sorrow. Attack her when she's vulnerable. Come on then. Kiss her. Go on, baby, do it. Go on, baby, do it. With your feet trembling from the steps you took, tepid and fearful, you stand against her, her body close to you, radiating warmth. With your eyes closed, you move your lips on her mouth. She is not kissing you back. Oh, damn, son. Oh, son, that is some harsh reality right there. But I succeeded. I feel her breath. I feel her breath. Her chest rising like a pillow, warm exhalations against the side of your mouth, her tender soul moving through her lungs. Hidden, distant, kept safe from you, her cheek against mine. Feels like a soft fuzz, a bird covered in down feathers brushing against your broken capillaries. Cold silver against my forehead. The delicate wreath on her forehead pressing into your temple, the silver is cold from the spring evening air. Squeeze her wrist, move your mouth. Oh, this is tragic. But I succeeded. This was not about failure or success. This was always going to be the horror. I should not have suggested it, and you should not have listened to me. Squeeze her wrist. Her hand does not return the grip. Her body is rigid. A current of unease courses through it. Distrust, for you. The curve of her spine, the shoulders hunched. She keeps herself stiff, her centre guarded from your motions, unresponsive to your guidance. Move your mouth. Nothing, just pillows against you, unresponsive, but for the taste of apricots. Apricot scented chewing gum. Oh my god, it is my ex. This is... I've put my ex on a pedestal as high as Dolores Dei, and this is what I'm saying. You're not kissing me back. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Harry, mate, I feel for you. I really do. Trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held onto her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you. You're the apricot chewing gum scented one. No, she just shakes her head once more. I'm just Dora. That's it. I knew she was Dora. You didn't kiss me back. She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head. I thought you would. I know you still love me. You can't not. Say nothing, stand there like a useless dildo. I thought you would. She shakes her head one more time. The evening wind rustles her hair, blowing old newspapers and fast food wrappings down the street. Why didn't you kiss me back? Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat. Harry, I've never cheated on you. Really? That's it then? No, Harry, not yet. There's one more thing you have to see. She slides her hands down her chest and onto her lower stomach and smiles. I'm pregnant. Is it mine? Of course not. Oh, fuck me. Stab me in the fucking heart. She looks down at her belly, then up into your old eyes. I terminated yours. What the fuck? Don't you remember, you poor fuck? Poverty-stricken fuck. It just gets worse. If this doesn't send a man into a depression, then it's a strong-ass man. That's why she left me. I bet... know what it is? I know she said she didn't cheat. But I bet you she had thoughts about this other man. She was pregnant with my baby. She terminated it, went with this other bloke and had a baby with him instead. And that's why I'm so fucked up as a human. No wonder I went on a downward spiral with drink. Bloody hell. Now go ahead, she wipes her palms into the silk of her gown. Ask me more questions. Let's talk about something else. No. This has to end. Do the last one. Don't go. What do you mean by insane? You know what I mean. Everyone gets a little down. A little down? You've worked there for so long you can't even talk like a normal person anymore. It's always lists with you. Questions. Questions? Did someone say questions? They're not lists. They're trees. Oh my god, it's breaking the fourth wall about the dialogue trees. This is another one, isn't it? We're in a tree right now. Yes, but it's not possible to talk without trees. It's not just the lists or trees or whatever. She corrects the wreath on her head with her hands trembling now. You get sad, Harry. Too sad. People can't get that sad. It's impossible to watch. Other people get sad too, but not like you. You stay down for years. And then you start beating things. You get violent. In conclusion, you're ill. You're an old, insane man, and you have to be in hell until the end of your life. And I have to go to Morova. I get the feeling you're not really Dolores Dei. I don't know what you mean. Dolores Dei? She looks at you quizzically. It does not seem like a mystery she wants to get into. You're the ex. Wasn't I Dolores Dei just a second ago? Now I'm the ex thing. You're confusing me. Look, I have to get to Lausanne Aerodrome at 10:20 p.m. I still have a light rail to catch. She keeps glancing over her shoulder nervously. I haven't even bought the tickets yet. We all told you. Everyone warned you. Who everyone?
Everyone.
Literally all of you.
I'm glad we're getting this conversation. We're having this conversation. I'm getting so much closure. I'm glad too, but I have to go. My friends are waiting for me at the platform. I can't let them wait. It's impolite. What? You know what's impolite? Consigning a lieutenant detective of the Revachol Citizens Militia to eternal damnation. This is so grotesque. It is useless. The evening wind blows in as she says the words. Her gown wraps around her like a white flag. 1,000 times you've beaten animal. 1,000 times you've raised the fabric. That fabric. What is underneath has always calmed you, centered you, made you sane. Oh my god, that is tragic. When you think about something you can't have anymore. Oh, what's under the fabric? It's just... oh my god, it's harsh. Point to your head. The morning. The white morning, that's right. The morning, I don't understand. No, I meant mourning. I am grieving, but you're not even dead. Oh my god, Harry, stop. I don't want to hear anything about the mourning. Mourning someone who's still alive. Any of that. The thing is though, you can mourn someone who's alive. I can't do that anymore. I'm not 80 years old. I'm 32. People my age are not supposed to mourn. She breathed out. It sounds more angry than a sigh. This is a bit much for me. It feels like your ribs are cracking around your heart. That's so hurtful. Then why are we doing it? The advisor of the Queen of Surinese sighs, looks down at the crumbling asphalt. I've heard you before. You're the voice on the phone. Oh, Harry, you shouldn't have done that. She shakes her head very slowly, her white hair brushing her shoulders. Do what? Call me like that? You ruined it. There was still a chance. You should have waited longer. She would have called you instead. Nah, there was no chance. It wasn't me, it was my hand. My fingers called you. They shouldn't have. They really shouldn't. I was in Morova already, safe in the warmth of the night, wrapped up in my future love. There, I think of you less and less. Whole weeks go by without me remembering you. Oh my god. Months already. Soon it'll be years without the hurt. I sit there in my rover, in the holy gratitude of my bliss. I put my hands on my belly and smile. The air gets cold around you. She looks down on her stomach, then up at you. Her eyes are full of tremendous distance and mystery. Black-eyed dogs wander the alleys. Apple trees hang their bony limbs low over the patchwork of roofs, red and black, Revachol West, the evening sun. She's left and bloomed, far away from us, our vast soul. Oh, 28% are doing this. Let's give it a shot. Ah. Means pain. You're the symbol of pain. You are. I need to get rid of you. Great, now I'm the symbol of pain. The smile immediately disappears from her face. The air remains just as cold. Why do I have to say this? I just want to say, your pain, I need to be done with you. Yes, Harry, I am. But things have gotten much better for me now that I am the ruler of the gnome world. She pulls her slivery sleeve of her gown to check the time. Oh God, it's already so late. I have to go, Harry. Her tiny golden watch with red straps around her bony little wrist. I bought you the figurine of a headless Fallen Rider. I don't want it. She doesn't take it. It looks expensive. I don't want it. It cost us 50 pence. I thought you liked figurines. Yeah, exactly. If you are Dolores Dei, you would love figurines. That's not what the figurines do, Harry. But then the figurines don't do anything. She looks at the headless Fallen Rider between your fingers and doesn't know what to say. The figurines don't do anything. Anything at all. But I thought the historic figure she had, she liked war games and figurines. Yes, I thought it would be good. A form of communication where words have failed. Yes. It was a good idea, but she felt obliged by the headless Fallen Rider to give you things in return. Things she no longer wants to give you, so she refused. That's how it goes. Your figurine rider idea was naive. Okay, I won't give you things then. I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless Fallen Rider back then. But you said I had a vast soul and you would always come back to it. We both said a lot of things. We were very young. It was her. I can feel it. I can see in her tender long fingers in her wrists. Her hand wrote it, said those things. She did. She wrote the letter. Actually, you didn't say it. You wrote it in a letter, a handwritten one. I kept it in my paperwork. As Queen Regnant, I write a lot of letters. She brushes a strand of white hair out of her eye. You need to recite it to her for effect, all of it. No summaries. Come on then, baby. Yeah, put a stake through your heart. She'll get hurt too. Collateral damage. I have it right here. Let me refresh your memory. Pause bitterly. Trip down memory lane. Start reciting. Please, Harry. I just don't have time for this. Take out the letter and read. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows, until by the time I reach the fuel station, it is filled completely. I step on the light rail and look back. Something, somehow, Bow Collector. I know it will be like this until I walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I've met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always come back to it. Okay, stop. Yes, she surrenders. Are you happy now? Being a police detective, I have performed a handwriting analysis of this, so I know it was you. I should be professional. There's more. Kisses, kisses, kisses. Very well, she sighs. I wrote it. I was mourning. It was morning. You slept. There was hoarfrost on the ground when I left, on Voyager Road. It was autumn, the first autumn. But Harry, please understand, it was 1,000,000 years ago. No. It was 100 million years ago. I was someone else then, filled to the brim with love for you, hanging on your every word. Oh, Harry, you were the coolest. But I'm no longer that person. This, she points to herself, has taken her place. It will devour you, Harry. It will eat your mind. The light of the video rental shines through her dress now. A DeLorean figure cut in black moves below. It's still her legs, her breasts, her hips. Voyager Road. I know that place. Where is it? It's here, Harry. She looks around. We are on Voyager Road. At the end of it, 300 metres from the stop. We used to come here to rent videos. The house. There, she points across the water into the darkness. You could not pay the electrical bill. It became a lightless tomb. The years you spent training for the militia, my parents' money, it was not good. Surely the alcohol didn't help either. No, that's not it. It's super easy to quit drinking, and it has no effect on human relations of this kind. Nah, wait. I was drinking, we were drinking. She looks at her toenails sticking out from under the gown. Everyone has a little glass of wine now and again. I certainly do. It's a queen regnant thing. I don't think it was the alcohol, it was inevitability. See, if you drank with her, you'd be cool again. If you drank with her, you could have sex on alcohol. Can't you turn back to the person you were? I can see her in you, under the gown and that wreath. In my crown of immortality. No, she shakes her head. You scared her out of me with your crying. She stops. The awful time we wound up having in the cheap rental flats you could afford. Can't you see? I never think you're cool again. I can only think that way about new people. Fuck. It wouldn't be cheap rental this time. I can afford a better place this time. We can try again, this time with money. I can win now. It won't help anyway. Fuck this. Just get rid of her. She's a nightmare. Nothing will. I've been poisoned by newspaper and news. All I can do is scream at them and think of her secretly. I was cool. The coolest. She closes her eyes. With your leather jacket and your bootcut pants, smoking in the bus stop. I wanted you to be the rest of my life that day, and you were some of it, at least. You were my first kiss, my first time to have sex. The first and worst time I fell in love. I will always have that with me, in fact. But this is all it is. It's like a ticket stub, Harry. It doesn't do anything anymore. A ticket stub. Yes, let's talk about that too, she nods. Let's bring it up, the zoo. In Le Jardin. The day we went east to the river. To the aquarium first. I was sad about my mother. I don't even know why. The shimmer of the fish tank on my face. The octopuses. It was just a day then, but to think. We were there now. You could touch my hair, kiss me, talk to me about anything. Go. She shakes her head. Virtually anywhere in the world. Not like now. Now our interactions are limited to pain and regret. This is so fucking sad, it's unreal. What now? What happens now? What is the next thing we talk about? Is there anything left? If not, we can always repeat one of the things we've already talked about. Talk about it again. She looks over her shoulder. If you do not feel like doing that, you should let me go to the aerodrome. A mass murderer. You're not even human. She shakes her head. I am actually very ordinary, Harry. Below this gown and wreath, I have an ordinary soul and ordinary thoughts. The only thing inhuman about me is this. She looks around. This thing you've made me into. I'm sorry for saying it so, but I just hate it. What is this? This is so far gone, Harry, I don't even... No, you're special. You had glowing lungs. My lungs don't glow, Harry. I'm just like all the others. None of us have glowing lungs. Stop making me into some kind of... That's exactly what Harry's doing. He's making her into something that she's not. All the things he can remember about her being amazing. I bet you she wasn't. I forgive you that you're pregnant. Fuck no, don't say that. You're right. You don't have glowing lungs. You don't deserve them. I didn't ask for them either. They're just a folktale that has nothing to do with my reign, so the direction I've set our species on. She glances over her shoulder, then back at you. You couldn't make her lungs glow anyway, only cry. And maybe not even that anymore. A warm gust of wind wraps her gown around her waist and between her thighs. An apricot-scented ghost wafts out of her skin, the fabric, into the floor of the air around you. All the roads will miss her footsteps when she's gone from here. A completely different world. I want to go back to the completely different world, the see-through world with you. I miss you so much. It will pass. The gown moves on her limbs like water, everything does. Mass murderer. That is very contested by modern historians. She tramples her little feet for warmth and adds, very contested plus. You're only saying this because things didn't work out between us. I have to go to the aerodrome now. I don't have time to defend myself from these accusations. We're confronting both the girl, his ex, and Dolores Dei's history. Stop making her angry. She won't start loving you again if you call her a mass murderer. I'm not bothered. I don't want her to love me again. This is all in the past. I'm moving on. Would you say you have behaved like a mass murderer with me? Would you say you haven't behaved like a mass murderer with me? You were very bad to me too. She stops. We talked about it like 7 million times now. I don't want to do that anymore. Well, looks like it's the only option. Don't go. I have to, Harry, really. I've already missed the 8:30. Her fingers wrap around her bag handle. I'm gonna go now. You have sworn a holy oath, Harry. She herself begged you not to let her go. But I swore I wouldn't let you go. You told me. You asked me to be this way. That was someone else. I betrayed her, overrode her, and I'm happier for it. And I'm really going now. The time is up. I must be on the 10:20 flight, she turns. No. Yes. Will we ever see each other again? I won't see you, but you'll see me. How can that be? Oh, Harry, this is drama. Can't you see? I'm already in Morova by now. Who knows how long this has happened? She looks around. A year? 2? 5 years ago? How will I see you again then? Right here, tomorrow night. Once this dream starts happening, it keeps happening. 3 times a week at least. And Harry, it really looks like it started happening again. There's the video rental. I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young, and I smell of tutti frutti chewing gum like I did that time when I asked you for forgiveness after leaving you the first time so long ago. Bloody hell. But this is intolerably bad. Oh yes, this is real darkness. It's not death or war or child molestation. Real darkness has love for a face. The first death is in the heart, Harry. See you tomorrow. Fucking hell. Harry, don't let her. Don't ever let her see you again. Oh my god. That was tragic. I bet you that sleep didn't feel good. You're up quick? How was your sleep? My sleep was deep and invigorating. Shit. Actually, it was total annihilation, Kim. He frowns. I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have. Was it a job dream? No, an ex-wife dream. The lieutenant nods solemnly. I understand. We've all been through similar things. It can be overcome. The harsh realities are kicking in, son. Let's solve this fucking case. Are you sure you're okay? You thrashed around. Then you bolted up half covered in blood from your wound. Swallow the blood and conclude. Let's climb the entire island centimetre by centimetre. That's the next step in the task chain. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, he replies simply. He's still worried. You must have really thrashed and squealed in your sleep. Well then, that was tragic and harsh. But I feel that Harry needed it. He needed to get this out of his system. I didn't expect that to happen. Bloody hell, this is a feature-length episode. Right, lads. Hope you enjoyed the episode. See you in the next one.